Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for coming. Today, we're going to be talking about why the end of learning might be near, but why that doesn't mean we're all out of a job just yet. So, to start off, my name is Bert Jennings from Saffron Interactive. I'm the Learning Performance Consultant at Saffron. I come from a background in events and prop tech, and having previously worked in the startup industry, I'm really interested in how data can drive efficiency.
Hi everyone, my name's Georgina and I work with Bert as a learning performance consultant. So I've studied in institutions all over the world and now I'm really passionate about finding the best ways to optimize learning across the board.
So, why don't we need to learn? Right now, there's more than ever. There's so much disruption, there's so much technology, there's so much opportunity. How are you going to keep up? All of this is exactly why you need to stop learning and start using tools. I want you to work smarter rather than working harder. I want you to be able to achieve better results, save time and money, and create time to develop more important skills. So yes, there is going to be a bit of learning. You're not going to get away that easily. However, what we need to be thinking about is what you and your workforce, what skills they need to be learning and what they can just delegate to technology. Like, do you ever think life is just a bit of a balancing act? You've got all these plates to keep spinning. With point of need tools, you're going to find that you're going to be able to use new and disruptive technologies. You're going to be able to have time to develop and create new important skills, and you're going to just be a whole lot less stressed.
Okay, so to start off, we're going to play a quick game to test your short-term memory. So in a moment, I'm going to show you some images on the screen, and I'm going to give you a few seconds. Try and mentally remember as many as you can. Okay, so how many flowers can everyone remember? Mentally count the ones that you can remember in your heads now. Okay, so can you raise your hand if you could remember more than 4 flowers? Okay, and what about more than 6? Can anyone remember all 10? So, it's physically impossible for us to remember more than 5 to 9 pieces of information in our short-term memory at any one time. So when I showed you 10 types of flowers, your short-term memory was overwhelmed and it couldn't remember all of them. The point is, we can't learn everything, as unfortunate as that may be. So the reason you failed to remember all of the flowers was because I didn't give you enough time to practice them, from them to pass from your short-term memory into your long-term memory. This is explained by the cognitive load theory. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. So basically, it means that information comes into your short-term memory, and unless you practice it, you're going to forget it. If you do practice it, it's going to enter into your long-term memory for you to retrieve it whenever you need it. Interesting, right? So this shows us how we can make learning more efficient by focusing on that practice and use of information. So rather than learning through passive listening, you need to focus your attention on the use and practice of skills.
When we learn something new for the first time, particularly in our personal lives, we expect tools to help us. I know I do. I'm not very proud to admit it, but I did get lost on the way here. And when that happened, when I was carrying at the end of the DLR station, I wasn't trying to rack my brains to the A to Z map I left on my desk. I was on my phone, I was using City Mapper. And it's the same when I moved to a new neighborhood. Every day I was using the phone just to get to the shops. After a while though, I knew the area like the back of my hand. It's pretty simple to see why. The reason is that the Maps app on my phone was acting like a point of need tool. So whenever I needed the piece of information, do I turn left or right here? I was able to rehearse that from my rather weak and feeble short-term memory, eventually going into my rather more mighty long-term memory, which is a pretty good result. So, my geographical struggles aside, what does this mean for the workplace? Well, based on the very same principle, we've created a solution called Saffron Ease, which is going to help you in your workflow in the same way that Google Maps helps me to function in a very basic way.
So I want you to imagine that it's the first day of your new job and you're sat in front of this screen. This is Salesforce, which is something we use as a customer relationships program. So you're sat there in front of Salesforce, having never seen it before, and you have loads of work to do using this platform. You don't want to annoy your new boss, who has lots of work to do, wasting his valuable time. You're feeling really anxious to get your work done properly, and you're not feeling supported or confident at all. At this point, Saffron Ease will act as your virtual assistant, helping to guide you through navigating that new system in the workflow. This will save your time, your boss's time, and it will support you, helping you feel more confident. So Ease is a tool that overlays your system so that it knows exactly what application you're in, down to the very field that you're using. So here you can see it overlaying Salesforce. Here we've asked it to help us create a new contact. So you can see the step-by-steps at the top, and you would create that contact in the workflow while following those step-by-steps. You can see there's more information here, and there's a handy comment at the end that says, don't forget to save. And Ease doesn't just work for system processes. It can work on larger processes where there might be very many different systems involved. So this is an example here of a system that we use to design our learning interventions. So rather than a specific action in a specific application that you saw previously, here you are shown all the steps to help you craft a learning strategy. So you can see there's far more steps in this one than the previous one, because this is a whole process. You can see that there's handy links here. So on this section, you're taken to a link on a website. You're also taken to links throughout the databases, which will take you to templates. But the point is you're taken back to this exact application. So all the information is at your fingertips, rather than having to search through countless folders on your databases. Everything is right there when you need it. So Ease does many other things, such as it has authoring tools, it has acceptance features that acknowledge compliance, and it also works across multiple devices. So we'd be happy to show you a detailed version of Ease. If you just come to our stand right there after this, yeah, we'd be happy to do that.
So there's some more reasons why point of need tools like Ease are just so effective. How do you like to work? Maybe in a really loud room, under lots of pressure? There's a baby crying somewhere? No, I didn't think so. It sounds horrible. Because when you're under a lot of pressure, you've got stress, there's anxiety, no matter how much you kind of do this magical practicing, you're not going to get that transition from the short-term memory into the long-term memory. So that's why, by the very nature of how it works, point of need tools like Ease create a relaxing environment for you to learn in. There's none of this, oh, I've got to bother my boss, like, I've got to ask my colleague, am I going to get this wrong? You just do it. You're in the workflow, you need the information, you get the information, you use it, and the job's done. And this is going to allow you to focus more on learning more important skills, soft skills. Why are soft skills so important? I think Georgina's got something to say about that.
So the fourth industrial revolution is in full swing. With smart technology and automation, nobody is safe from the robot. We need to start thinking about job security and how you can protect yourselves and your workforce from redundancy. So here are the facts. So if you imagine that 20 million manufacturing jobs could be displaced by automation within the next 30 years, or that 33% of new jobs in the US didn't exist 25 years ago. It's a scary thought. So it might be scary, but this is an opportunity. When one door is sealed shut by cost-efficient machine workers, another door is opened. So we need to capitalize on what humans do best. What is it that differentiates us from any old algorithm? It's our soft skills. Leadership, creativity, critical thinking, empathy. These are the things that you need to spend your time learning. So using point-of-need tools like Saffron means that you can easily manage your day-to-day tasks and leave space and brain power for you to focus on those all-important soft skills. This is what's going to support your career, not stressing about the finer points of a process that a computer can probably do better anyway.
So, in summary, we've saved a lot of time and money, maybe got a little bit better at our jobs. We've learned a lot more easily by creating the right conditions and practicing information at the point of need. Okay, but how are we now going to develop these soft skills that make us so beautiful and special and unique and much better than the robots? Well, this might not surprise you. We've got a solution for that. It goes by the name of SkillsBot. So, you're probably familiar with chatbots. They're kind of everywhere. Retail, customer service. SkillsBot is very different. Within the friendly, accessible interface of a chatbot, SkillsBot by Saffron is a deep and rich learning program that will help you to develop and master soft skills. By using techniques such as testing, practice, and deliberate practice, it can help speed up the acquisition of skills. You might have heard it takes 10 years to truly learn something. You know, it took Beethoven 10 years to really get the knack of those sonatas. I don't really have that much time, to be honest. That's where SkillsBot comes in. He's able to break down skills, help me practice them separately, and bring them all together, developing my overall proficiency. I mean, and we can see here, talking about different parts of leadership, what is going to make me a better leader, and how am I going to get the results that I'm focusing on. This is the kind of really vital, really deep skills-based learning that we can make time for through the use of point-of-need tools like Saffron Ease, so you can see how they work together in a continuum. We can improve our efficiency within the workflow, and we can dedicate time to effectively and speedily gaining vital soft skills.
So, you might have come here looking for us to tell you why you need to stop learning. And that's what we've done. Stop spending time trying to learn new systems and software when you could just get straight to using them. Let the computer do the thinking in your new everyday tasks. Don't stress, just learn in the workflow. And with that time and brain space that you've saved, commit to expanding your soft skills. As we've discussed, they're going to become increasingly important as time goes on.
Thank you so much for coming. If you've got any questions, we're happy to answer them here, or you can come up and speak to us. And we are at stand F30. It's the very orange one, you can't miss it. There's a bit of a colour scheme going on here. We'd be happy to demo Ease, demo SAFBot, SkillsBot, or indeed any of our products. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.